Hey planners, it's Taya Shante Plans and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be memory planning the week of March 14th to the 20th and using the Secret Garden Kit from TwoLilBees. I had so much fun planning with this kit. It is incredibly beautiful. I love the details, and it's the images in the full boxes look like watercolor paintings. It's just truly gorgeous. And so to start things off, I'm putting down the bottom washi, which I decided to do something totally different with the top strip of the bottom washi because I had these fences from the Pretty Pink Co. that she released for $2 Tuesday. And with $2 Tuesday stickers, they're available only for a limited release. So unfortunately, the fences are no longer in her shop. But she's every $2 Tuesday, she's been releasing just some gorgeous like washi trim details. So even if you can't get your hands on the fences, I highly recommend checking her out for $2 Tuesdays because her washi strips have just been stunning. Moving into the date cover deco area, I wanted to treat this as one long header section instead of decorating each of the columns of dates each individually. And so I started by putting down another one of those washi strips from the Pretty Pink Co. The day scripts are from Simply Watercolor Co. and I added in a little bit of the deco from the deco sheets from the kit. And I love how this is coming together because there's nothing behind the scripts at all. They're just on the white page. And yet this area doesn't look plain or boring at all. And a lot of times what I love about using the date covers that come with the kit is that it's got a wash of color behind the foiled script. And so it's not just foil against white paper. It gives you a little bit of color. And sometimes when I take that away and just use foiled scripts, my first thought is, oh, how do I get some color into this section? But somehow with this spread, it just totally worked. And I also love that I brought in the green headers right underneath that foil strip because I think that also contributed to adding in a pop of color at the top of the page, as well as the deco and the florals that I used, and keeping that area from looking super plain and just boring, but also it allowed the area to just look very like not crowded, not cluttered. It's very clean. You've got the little touches of floral deco. The focus is completely on the script words and it just all works. This was one of my favorite date cover deco sections that I've done so far. It's really beautiful. It totally works with this whole secret garden theme because it feels to me like this very scenic scape right at the top of the page as well. So once I've got this section completed, I'm going to start working on my sidebar. And I started by putting down the quote box, which is a little bit different for me. I usually start by working on my month section, but I put the quote box down first and then used one of the cute little brush strokes, embellished brush strokes or foiled brush strokes, the little deco piece from the kit, layered a March script also from Simply Watercolor Co. on top of that. And then now I'm going to build up the scene from the bottom. I decided to drop my habit tracker down to the bottom and then place my deco or like deco scene in the center of the column, which I really played around with the order of things in a totally different way than I typically do in my sidebar, which is a lot of fun for this spread. But I had this girl and then the little gazebo, which immediately made me think of the gazebo scene from the movie Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley, because that's one of my favorite scenes. And I swear to you, when I finished doing this spread, like the next day I went and watched that movie because after I did this little scene, I was like, oh, this makes me think of Pride and Prejudice. But I love that. And then I used one of the arches to layer behind the gazebo, and I felt like that added a really nice dimension and some color there to really fill out that scene. Added in the butterfly garland from Sadie Stickers, and then added in some more touches of butterflies, which I really enjoyed the little touches of butterflies and that cluster detail in this kit, but I didn't use it as much throughout the spread. And we're getting into the day by day now, and that was kind of intentional for me. I have a lot of butterfly deco and embellishments that I picked up this year because so many of the kits that I'm using have butterflies in them. But I also had this really fun what are they? Oh Lord, it's a cluster deco and it's like a floral one, and it's those blow away flowers, which I am the worst at trying to remember the names of flowers, but they were perfect for this kit. They felt, it felt like just like flowers blowing in the breeze felt really appropriate to the whole secret garden theme. So anyways, you'll see me use those clusters instead of butterfly clusters for this spread. Moving on to Monday, we did a sneak peek of the Juneteenth kit, which is a collaboration kit that I worked on with Paper Trail Plans. That kit was getting ready to release this week, which was super exciting. I needed to call my insurance about something, adulting. I needed to do a voiceover for my Valentine's Day spread. And then, it was Pie Day, which is, as a confirmed pizza addict, Pie Day. And some people celebrate Pie Day with like actual pie. For me, Pie Day is all about like pizza pie. And I definitely went to CPK for dinner and picked up some pizza because that is how I celebrate Pie Day, which is 314 or 3.14. If you're a math nerd, pi is 3.14, yada, yada, yada. And so that's why we celebrate Pie Day on March 14th. On to Tuesday, I got up and went to Panera and picked up some breakfast before work. Their oatmeal, oh my goodness, their steel cut oatmeal with strawberries, walnuts, and like a cinnamon crumble. I recently found that, and it has changed my breakfast life. It is so yummy. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. I uploaded my Valentine's Day plan with me, and I booked another excursion. Oh my goodness. This was the week before I went on my vacation, and the struggle with trying to book excursions was just ridiculous because, I was going on a cruise, and the cruising industry was very much impacted by COVID. And as things have been trying to like get back up and running, it's been a very fluid, very changing situation. Nothing is kind of set in stone. And as someone going on a cruise, you have to be mentally prepared for things to change a lot leading up to it, and then even possibly during your cruise. And that's something I definitely knew, but I had never gone through the experience before in booking excursions that I've booked with this particular company for years. For this one trip, I had booked like six excursions that got canceled, and then finally got down to the 2 that I actually did end up doing for my trip, which were fantastic. But man, was that a process, because I'm pretty sure that excursion that I booked on Tuesday got canceled. Anywho, let's catch up. I placed a Bath and Body Works order, worked on a new journaling spread. On Wednesday, I worked on some things for Ray and Tay, listened to an Audible book, and I was super sleepy that day, so I definitely got some sleep on Wednesday, went to bed early. On Thursday, it was St. Patrick's Day, and I'm starting by marking that by layering one of the scallop circles with one of her deco embellished circles. She includes some of the most fun and wonderfully unique pieces to layer and play around with in your spreads. I really love the format of TwoLilBees kits. You get so many fun things to work with. I'm pulling in a brushstroke from Paper Trail Plans here, adding in that Instagram icon from Cross by Towie is my favorite Instagram icon ever. Ray and I did an episode of Plans Change, which is like a live visual podcast that we do on Instagram Live, where we chat and plan. And we had a lot of fun doing that. B did some laundry. We watched the movie Focus. I love that movie. It's this movie about like being a con artist, and it's really fun because you have to like be paying attention because you're just like, these people are so crafty. But it's a fun and entertaining movie. So I enjoyed watching that a lot. And then on to Friday, which started off by marking that it was payday, and then my Juneteenth collab release, which was so exciting. I'm deeply proud of that video, and I have a video all about the release on my channel if you haven't had a chance to see it. I had a job interview that day. I didn't get the job. That sucked, but yeah, it happens. Called to follow up about my shore excursion, which got canceled again. Did some more work for Ray and Tay, and then on to Saturday. I taught a Patreon class that morning. And then I had an eyelash appointment. I wear false lashes, or I have eyelash extensions. And so every 2 weeks I have to go and get a fill on my false lashes. And then I made a bank run. Because it was a couple days before a week before I was getting ready to go on vacation on a cruise. And if you, are unfamiliar with cruising, if you're going on a cruise, one of the things you want to have is a lot of like cash and small bills for tipping and things like that. And so I needed to go to the bank and get out some cash and small bills. And then I did my first Zoom class for my Patreon that evening, which was so much fun because it was like having a virtual planner meetup, which I really enjoyed and am definitely excited about and doing again for the month of April because we had such a great time. I loved it. On to Sunday, I was very sleepy and slept in that morning, which was nice. My DoorDash lunch. Yeah, I was not getting up. I was literally in bed like all day on Sunday. But I finally did get up to start packing and then paid some bills. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day and I will see you next video. Bye.